Uh, GP man. So, should be connecting momentarily to my camera. We're already driving. We're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hopefully I can get to Pennsylvania tonight. Just gonna check something here to make sure everything is good. Okay, we are good. So let's turn this camera so you get a full screen of this. For some reason I am not getting a chat to come on. And my camera does not want to fill up the whole screen. Why won't you fill up? There we go. There we go. We're filled the screen up. I do not know why my chat's not coming up. Gonna just check that chat. Hello, chat. Come on, chat. I clicked on it, it just won't pop up. No. Enable in-app chat and chat tags. Yeah, that should be up. I'm not sure why it's not doing it, guys. So if I miss your chat, I'm not doing it meanly. I'm just not seeing it. So, hopefully it pops up when you guys send me something, but it might not. And this could be because I'm multi-streaming. It's both going on my YouTube and my Twitch. Hopefully my wife's checking it out and she can message me if it's working. And she can Twitch me and then maybe send me a phone message if I didn't get it. So we got 30-mile-an-hour winds right now, guys, so let's see if we don't pick up a bag. So we're trying to fly to get ahead of this wind. In one more week, guys, I'll be able to switch my name to Haywagon. If I have to, I'll put Haywagon Trucking. Haywagon will be all one word. We'll see what Twitch lets me do. I got a bag rolling around back there. Off through my phone without having to pull over and take care of it. So we're cruising at about 61 miles an hour instead of 62. I got also the inner scoop about a truck that might be available in 3 days or so because the guy is retiring. It is a glider, which makes me very happy. I don't mind e-logs, but if I'm on paper logs, I can get so much more done. Twitch to see how it works. King_X down past Milwaukee now. We're cruising between 60 and 65, 62 in the area. I do not want to be a hindrance on the road. We did start the stream an hour later than I predicted. Being almost dead. I forgot to charge it last night, guys. That was my bad. So it takes a lot of battery to run this stream. So I don't know how far this is going to go. Hopefully we'll get through Chicago. You can, if anybody's out there, and I'm not seeing your messages, if I don't see your messages, it is because I'm trying to multi-stream here. So just make a comment, and I'll see in the after summary if I missed any. And if it's from Rocky, you can always Discord me separately and let me know that I didn't get your message, because I don't know how this multi-stream is working on the phone. Maybe I can tell Google to read all my messages out loud. That would make it better. Alright, if you guys didn't know this, Ryan Roll right here. I was just down the street here. That's where I got my truck education. From a little from a big global company called Conway Freight. They are now known as XPO. They're a piece of crap. And that is all. The trading was good, and everything was decent until they merged a whole bunch of places together, and the new boss decided to go back on the word that I was promised daytime and put me on line haul at night. And Conway's line haul at the time, and probably still like it, is the worst kind of line haul there is. They don't have people working the docks. You back into the door, you get out, and they wanted me to lie on my logbooks for lunch breaks. I was diabetic, so I had to take multiple breaks, but they didn't understand, and I would continuously get harassed. I even chased it up the street, up the chain of command, up to district and regional, and they said, yeah, they can't be doing that, we'll make a call. Never made the call, never stopped. And it wasn't like they didn't know I was diabetic when I joined, because when I first joined, they made me to get a med card. I had to get a med card, and that's when I found out I was diabetic, extremely diabetic, to a point where when the doctor first checked the blood sugar, he's like, "Oh, that must be a lie, because if you're that high, you should be in a coma." I was that high. After the second test, confirmed it. So, how high is high? I believe my A1C count was a 17. That's an average of 550, 600, I believe, for blood sugar. I'll just say we're not that high anymore. Not even close to being that high. Well, let's talk about diabetes for a bit, especially in the trucking industry. It's a sore subject for many. Not so much for me, because I was able to control everything pretty well after I left a shitty company. I've worked for 2 shitty companies so far in my trucking career. And that would have been the first one I talked about, and the second one was a little company from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, called Badger Federal. They did also some illegal shit that they didn't want to admit, and I found that out afterwards that it was illegal. They made us pay for our tolls out of our pathetic wage. And then if you sucked up to the dispatchers and all that, obviously you got the best loads and the best mileage. And I actually left a decent company to go to them. I'm actually still on the previous company called NM Transport or NM Expedited. You might have seen them out on the roadways here or there in the US and in Canada. They're a decent company. I'm on their website yet saying that this company felt like family, felt like home. The only reason I left is because the expedited division that I was part of with the over the drive and all that just didn't have enough freight. And I was starting to get sick of jumping trucks because you didn't get a designated truck. The senior guys did in the transfer division. I mean, it was still a day cab, but they could put their stuff in their truck and leave it in there. Expedited, we jumped out from sleepers to day cabs to whatever was available. So we couldn't keep our stuff in trucks. I also asked if we could let the company buy some stuff and put it in the truck so we can all just use it. Like a CB, a simple CB radio. That comes in handy for all drivers. Even if you don't want to use it, just keep it off then. But this way we don't have to keep bouncing in and out of the truck with CBs. Let's put a shop vac in each one. A truck vac. We don't have to carry that around. They could even want to stepped up and let's put a TV with a HDMI cable coming out. Make us use the adapters. Or even don't put anything on the back of the TV and just let us bring our own HDMI cables and stuff. Have a converter in there. And let us just put in what we want, what we need. The simple things like that. That's what we want needed. But they wouldn't do anything like that. They did give me a shoe allowance, which was nice, boot allowance or clothes allowance. So every other year I would rotate it. One year I would use it to get really nice boots. The next year I would use it to get me really nice clothes from the company. That was the other thing. We had to wear a uniform at that place. And I didn't like wearing a uniform. I mean, it made clothes selection easy. Very easy. And I'm sure if as soon as I left the yard, I could have went and wore regular clothes and all that, and just, they would never have known because I was out for 2 or 3 days. It's not like anybody would see me outside the company, from inside the company out there. I was the only driver in the area. We only had 2 sleepers or 3 sleepers. There was only 4 of us that went over the road with the big sleepers. And we only had 2 to 3 trucks at a time for sleepers. Their day cabs, they had a shitload of day cabs, but so it's not like 1 week no driver got to drive. It was just you're using a day cab and you're not going over the road. So, but I mean, they paid me decently. They took care of me pretty well. They gave me the extra experience I needed to find a better company. Unfortunately, I thought I found one with that one in Oshkosh, Badger Federal, and it turned out to be a bad decision. But I stayed there long enough with all the combined with everywhere else for the experience I needed to be in the company I am in now. I've been here for 4 years, going on to 5 soon, and I could be happier. I bitched before about this place even last week. There's some issues. I got my own truck. I've got my setup just how I want it, pretty much. I could set it up with just a little bit better, but I also don't want to mess with maintenance to make them do some of the work that obviously they don't want me to do it because we're going to be drilling holes into the truck. That would be like putting the TV on a swivel stand that's in the wall, or screwing my stand into the wall because right now I have it where the sleeper would be. Because I have a convection oven, a microwave, coffee maker, and a dresser. Coffee maker is not on the stand, but it is in the shelf next to it usually. Right now it's on the floor because it got a little bouncy one day. So there's that. I'm not a big fan of showing people the inside of my truck. So unless I get a lot of requests, I'm probably never going to show the inside of my truck. Because you don't need to see where my undies go. I mean, you want to look at the inside of a sleeper, Google sleepers. Look at the most basic sleeper, that's the one I got. There's 2 beds. One I keep folded up, that's the top bunk. I sleep on the bottom bunk. And instead of where that bunk comes down, I have a pretty nice little board there that's double-sided taped on the place so it doesn't bounce or moves too much. Okay, guys, I got a police car, and I think I see the guy walking. I think he's in the stands, and I'm not sure, so I'm going to just pay attention here for a second. I don't want anything to happen. Good. Smells like a vehicle burned up. Doesn't even look like it was terrible, so doesn't look like he got pulled over for that. He looks like he was in truck. He had some car issues. The reason we all drivers usually try to focus on our cops on the side of the road, even if we have 4 lanes, because a lot of vehicles will just slam on their brakes or they're come all the way over without looking just because the red and blues scare them. Or if you're in Michigan, the reds scare them. It's a fun fact, Michigan does not have red and blues, they just got reds. And a sign that pops over that says, stop. Wisconsin uses red and blues. I have red and whites in my personal vehicle due to auxiliary. So red and whites are close to being illegal, and you probably could get harassed pretty hard by the police if you used them when you shouldn't use them, or use them as maintenance. I know in other states you can use them if you're a maintenance vehicle, and I know in our state you can use reds if you're a volunteer firefighter. I'm a volunteer police officer, so I use red and whites, and I don't use them when I'm going to the station or anything. I use them if I'm in my personal vehicle and we're at an intersection. So I got four ways on and I got red and white going, just so one of the city officers, if they go by and they see a car parked in an illegal spot, for they know, oh, that's the auxiliary guy sitting out there doing the traffic control. He's got it probably in the spot to protect them. So I'm not going to go in and have to call in the plates and figure out why this car's here. Because we have 2 units in the auxiliary department. I'm jumping everywhere, guys, but that's just how it works. So I got two departments, and I forgot to put the brightness back down, guys. Give me 1 second. It's to save some extra battery here. It's too low. All right, and we're gonna go. Oh, it didn't open it. Well, open. All right, it'll reconnect. So we got 2 cars and 1 truck available, and a couple other little vehicles we can use here and there. I've used captain's cars already for that, for working details, so it's not like we don't have enough available. Just sometimes I'm doing a traffic control and it's nothing major and we don't have a squad car for us, I'll use my personal vehicle. It's not the end of the world for me. It's actually more roomy because I don't have a cage. Both of our squad cars have cages, just in case a regular officer needs it because they wrecked theirs. They can't help it because they're into the department and throw a brick at a windshield or something, and we don't have enough They don't have enough city cars. They can go and jump in our auxiliary cars. It says auxiliary, but it has all the stuff except for computer. So they can pretty much just use it as a regular thing. I'm not sure if they can grab a computer and just use it out there and just put it on the seat or something, or how that would work. But I do know that's why we have the cages and the radios out on the cars, so if a sworn officer needs to use it, they can use it for everything. And we also have all the gear in the trunk, just like a regular squad car, except for guns. We have the flares, we have the cones, we have the SWAT gear, we have... Talking about something I hopefully never have to wear is that SWAT gear, but... And the first aid, of course. And we have the emergency code on that radio also, so if we do get attacked, we can hit the little button and call for emergency. Just like a regular cop. I know that there's a town in Wisconsin called Beaver Dam. They got a system on them where if the radio is just leaning the wrong way too long, like, they fell asleep. That's when it usually goes off, but it's for if you get attacked and you're knocked out or something. It sends an emergency code to dispatch. So the only thing we don't do as auxiliary, that the officers, besides the guns and the taser and the handcuffs, we don't arrest people as auxiliary. We can be certified for pepper spray. I've been sprayed enough in my life. I don't want to actually be certified to do it. If I'm going hands-on, you're not being pepper sprayed. You're just going down. I don't want to use the pepper spray. I don't want to. Good. Half the time it comes back at you anyways. So I don't see the point of using pepper spray. And with me having LASIK surgery, I don't want to give a chance of that screwing my eyes up again. These eyeballs are not free, guys. Half the time, if I have to go hands-on, there's already sworn officers coming. The only times I've ever had to go hand-on was not with auxiliary, it was when I did security. And they would not have me go hands-on if I was actually a sworn officer or wearing a police uniform. It's one of those where they just want to test you. See what you're, how far will you go? I hate to tell you the town I was in. I was asked by officers to go all the way. I was actually asked once, and I don't know why they think I'm able to do it, but I was asked why I didn't kill somebody when they put me in unreal chokehold. I did get injured, popped out a hip, breaking his ribs, but I'm not going to. I didn't need to escalate it. Speaking of that town, my prayers are with the victims of this town, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, right now. Hopefully, the wounded person, he has a full recovery. There was a shooting this morning outside of a bar. Because, I had the nut cases. So, I want to make sure my Streamlab is still going the way it should. Oh. I'll hope it was. I'm going to check, see if I can pull up the chat again. It doesn't let me. So we'll load our drop screen again. Look at that nice old car. That's Studebaker. So, I don't think we need to talk about gun violence in this country. I don't want to get into that debate. We all know the problems. We all know. The problem here. So I'm sort of not comfortable with this not having the chat up. I might close it and restart the stream with just Twitch. Sort of a preview on YouTube. So I want to see if the chat comes back up. Maybe we'll go another couple minutes here and we'll see if that's what's going on. Multi-stream, so it doesn't know how to put a chat up. And our prayers are out for the people of Colorado also. And the people down south, I believe it was Alabama, they got hit by the tornadoes. A lot of tragedies going on right now. One, Mother Nature, and two, human. And three, human. Oh. I know how devastating tornadoes can be. Live in the Midwest, we know tornadoes. We're out there staring at them when they come because we're idiots. But Tornadoes are wicked. So I will end YouTube's part of this Twitch when I get out of Chicago. That should give it enough time that I should get some. If I don't see comments, and I know it's because I got multi-stream going on. It also gives enough content that people can see what I'm doing. So we're going to slow down to just under 65 miles an hour because we are in Chicagoland. I got a lot to say yet, so don't worry, guys. I'll just keep chatting about nonsense. Keep me on in. Keep the stream party going. I also want to talk to SS Rocky because maybe when they jump on their tractor sim, I can join their Discord. And even though I'm not farming, we can all just chat together. Because I mean, it's farming sim. We weren't by each other anyways. Escape to Wisconsin.com. Lakefront real estate. Ba-da-dum. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes my camera lets you see the speed I'm going, other times it doesn't. And even sometimes it can't keep up with the speed I'm going. It's just how it is. Yeah, if you can't tell, we are still shaking back and forth. The wind is directly broadside to us now, so getting a little hard here keeping it straight. Even the puddles have white caps. But otherwise, we're warming up a little bit. It's up to 51 degrees. It was snowing this morning in Wisconsin. And by tomorrow, it'll be higher 60s. So, welcome to spring in Wisconsin. Snow in the morning. T-shirt and a thong in the afternoon. But num-num. Gotta have num-num there. Num-num-num-num. You know, because of that, we ended up naming her Num-Num. I used to joke with my daughter, who's just a year old now, and I go, num-num-num-num for the food. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Not with how bad we've been talking about num-num. I think I'm going to start wearing shirts that say, hey, Wagon, and on the back, go away, num-num. Hey, Wagon on the back, front, num-num, go away. Maybe have a half body and a woman on it. Because, guys, she walks with her mouth. She don't have any other legs. She don't need it. She's got too much suction in that mouth. No teeth. Just gotta realize, yep. We gotta get out of the toll lane because we go through the bypass. I'm gonna probably turn off the Bluetooth and just talk through the phone. Should still pick me up pretty good, so starting to hurt my ear. Alright, we're just talking through the phone. Still should hear me pretty decently. You might only hear me now. If that's the case, you just missed a hell of a conversation. Exciting things happening and throw it on YouTube. It'll just keep the live stream just on Twitch. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But I am nervous about this messages not coming through right now on my phone anywhere. little faster than Tollbooth Way area because I don't like staying in that third lane going speed I choose. Because I'm assuming we got drivers that go a lot faster than I do. I haven't really seen the crotch rockets out yet either. They love screwing with us. Also, if I ever go real quiet, it's because I got to concentrate on something. It's not that the messages froze up, it's just I got to concentrate. I've been fucked with the Hell Angels already, so if I do see them, I end up being quiet and just really concentrate because I don't want to instigate something there. That's true with any irate or known groups. I stay in my lane. That's it. Driving and in person. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. So yeah, back to the mall cop thing when I was asked to kill them, or why I didn't kill the guy. I started taken back by that going, really? I didn't realize my life was in danger. Well, I knew my life was in danger, but I didn't let him complete the hole completely on me. I had my hands between his arm and my neck. It's just a little hard to breathe. Like I said, I ended up breaking his ribs, so giving credit, he still held on to me. It was very loose at that time, but he held on to me. I give him credit. I wonder what would happen if that UFC fighter didn't show up. That was, thank God. I mean, I already had backup coming, so I wasn't too worried because I know he would have got down there. And we would have. Actually, if it wasn't the UFC fighter and my partner got down there in time before he let go, probably would have been a dead person. Because my partner would have gave two shits about that guy or if how bad he would have known if I was injured yet or not. He would have he'd probably stomp on the guy's neck, to be honest. That would have been the end. He would have just stomped. Get your neck stomped, you're done. Breaking your spinal. Or he's put you in a very, very, I don't know how much he knew, but he might have put him in a very, very painful bar that would have dislocated something. But just like my hip, you would have been dislocated. So, all other news is I gave my first subscription to a Twitch streamer. I ended up giving it to SS Rocky. I gave it the easy guy, but we're still waiting for Twitch to acknowledge his viewers and followers. Got an history, did some jumps. They agree with me that they think it's because of my name that no one's going to follow me. I agree. Underscore X just makes it a pain. Also, maybe I gotta put a face cam in here too, and then you show my tits or something. That's how the women do it, right? Not all women, just the whores. But hey, show your tits, it sells. Keep doing them. So again, I do not know if I'm seeing any messages come up or not, so I'll give it a little bit more on YouTube and Twitch, and then I'll end it and restart it just with Twitch. Look, I'm going to take a look and see what our time is right now. This will be a good preview on YouTube. Alright, we're at
43 minutes. That's a good enough preview on Twitch.